What up, YouTube? Back with another one. Yep. Back with another one. Now, if you've been watching my shorts, I've been telling Minnesotians, stay out of these people's way and let these people do their job. But even with me saying that, it's still a choice you gotta make. I guess you can decide to do it or decide not to. So now they bringing out guns to a peaceful protest, huh? Now what if he was in that church with that gun? See how this could all be, it could be back. Like I say, shouts out to, who that? That's I think it's Fox News, I think. But they got the commander, Gregory Bovino, talking about what was going on, about the thing, about the shooting that occurred in Minnesota for, what's his name? Alex Peretti. So, without further ado, I'll most definitely let y'all hear this. And then I'll give out what I want to say about it. Oh, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share too as well. Let's get to it.
I'd like to take a few moments here before we take questions and before we hear from my colleague, Mr. Marcus Charles, to talk about a subject that I think is very important given the events over the past couple of days. And that topic is the topic of choices. Choices. Now, choosing or making a choice is one of the only true freedoms that any of us really have, is to make a choice. Whether that's the choice to be here today as the media, the choice to go to school, join the military, join law enforcement. Making a choice is a freedom that resides within us. Now, good choices are important in life, as we all know. And many actions that take place are due to our choices. The choice to, say, cross the border illegally, that is a choice that someone makes. To cross the border illegally, that's a choice. The choice not to utilize the CBP Home app, that's a choice. Not standing in line and doing it the right way, that is a choice. And there are always actions that result from our choices. When you choose to use your 5-year-old child as a shield to evade law enforcement, that is a choice that someone makes. And there are actions and consequences that result from that choice. Or when you're a politician or a community leader, you make a lot of choices there. Some very important, wide-ranging, and in-depth choices. When as a politician, if you choose collusion and corruption as a choice, then there are consequences and actions that take place because of that. That's one reason the U.S. Border Patrol and ICE are here in Minneapolis by the thousands, is because of those choices. When politicians, community leaders, and some journalists engage in that heated rhetoric we keep talking about, when they make the choice to vilify law enforcement, calling law enforcement names like Gestapo, or using the term kidnapping, that is a choice that is made. There are actions and consequences that come from those choices. And then when you choose, when someone chooses to listen to a politician, a so-called journalist, a community leader that spouted that type of vilification towards law enforcement or anything else, when you choose to listen to that, That is a choice, and there are consequences and actions there also. I think we saw that yesterday. And those actions and choices can obviously have tragic consequences. Bad outcomes. Outcomes that law enforcement never wants to see. Law enforcement never wants to see a bad consequence due to a poor choice. Now, these choices have reverberations throughout society. Let's take a look at, go ahead and put that on the screen, please. Yesterday, Border Patrol agents were engaged in a targeted law enforcement effort to apprehend this individual here, Mr. Jose Huerta Chuma. Look at his criminal record: domestic assault, intentional infliction of bodily harm, disorderly conduct. He's also got some other records there as well. This individual remains at large today. This individual is still roaming the streets today. This is the individual on that targeted law enforcement effort that Border Patrol agents were engaged in yesterday when they were disrupted, assaulted, and prevented from conducting that Title 8 mission by individuals intent on making the choice.
Look, I don't know who needs to hear this, but my man just tried that new 100 milligram generic Viagra for only 87 cents a pop.
Intent on making the choice to riot, to create anarchy, and to be a violent mob. This individual walks the streets today because of those choices made by politicians and those perhaps weaker-minded constituents that chose to follow directions of those politicians. Sad state of affairs. Now, enforcing the law.
I could have tried to chop it up and drag it out. But Minnesota, y'all do not gotta be out there impeding on the people while they do their job. You understand? FBAs, we in the house. Yeah, we in the house. Our silence is not broken. Y'all cannot be out there doing what y'all doing, sir. Ma'am. Stay out of them people's way. And make sure it's a way that y'all can peacefully protest. Don't be bringing arms out there and getting in the way of them. That's what I'm saying. And the Democratic Party ain't saying nothing. They just gonna keep trying to spin it to make it look like ICE is the devil, but they ain't telling their people to go in the house. How is they out there protesting so long? These people been out there protesting for, ain't it been about a month straight? Do they got jobs? Do they work? What is going on? I just don't get. And I'm still laser focused. Yeah, I mean, people dying, I understand. Never wish unaliving on nobody. But we still want to know where the money at. Yeah. I mean, what's going on is tragic. If y'all stay out the way, it wouldn't even be a tragic situation. Y'all would be going to work and coming home and living your regular lives. You know? So just stay in the house. Please stay out them people's way and just let them do what they gotta do because they here to do it. Y'all done let a damn predator get away, being in the way of them with all the commotion. Come on now. Let these people do their job. And like I say, make sure you like, subscribe, and share too. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. All right? I'll be back with more.